Icierra the Furry is back. Last year I did a video on Sierra Green, TikTok's most degenerate hell of a boss stan, and so much has happened since. Probably the biggest bombshell of this entire story dropped, and I had no clue until now. There are new characters, new allegations, and so much more. Buckle up because you're about to see her in a whole new light. It all started in October 2024 with the end of one of her most popular series. It was called Broken Friendship, and it portrayed the relationship between fictional character Robbie Rotten and Icierra. But I want to make it very clear, Robbie's friendship wasn't all that Sierra was seeking. She has a strong romantic attraction towards him. And when you look at it deeper, Broken Friendship is really a love story. Things were going great. Icierra and Robbie were the best of friends. Then Robbie denied their friendship, shattering Sierra and causing them to not speak for quite some time. But then Robbie apologizes and they become great friends once again, palling around his lair, dancing and pulling schemes on the lazy townfolk. Then Stryker from Hell of a Boss tries to assassinate Sierra, putting her in a coma for months. But eventually, she does wake, and guess who's sitting right by her side? Who other than Robbie? And this is where I thought the story ended. Sierra had saved Robbie, and now they would go off into the sunset together. But that was not the end of Broken Friendship, because when I started researching for this video, I came across something harrowing, that somehow, without any explanation, Sierra would pass away in the Robbieverse. Here lies Sierra Green, a loving daughter and friend. 97 to 24. The video mainly consists of a montage from Broken Friendship, ending with a depiction of Sierra as an angel, always watching over Robbie. I have no clue why Broken Friendship's ending was so dark, but I also keep in mind that the guy who played Robbie is no longer with us, and that he is not the only deceased person that Sierra has a massive crush on. She also has a thing for Steve Irwin, making very similar comps of him, but I guess she also does this to people that are alive or just not even real, like Jacksepticeye or Stryker from Hell of a Boss. I don't know the exact source of her obsessions, but what I do know is that this was the end of Broken Friendship, and there would be a significant decrease in Robbie posting in the months to come, something that greatly saddened me. But I wasn't the only one perturbed. Icierra wasn't too happy herself. My guess is that someone told her about all of the YouTube videos popping up, and she wasn't a very big fan of the criticism. But none of this meant that Icierra was done making content. She had moved away from Robbie posting and into more obscure stuff, pouring that love for Robbie into things like Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Fred, and reminiscing about Shrek 2, also making her own new and original content, mainly centered around her identity as a furry. I mean, they don't call her Icierra the Furry for nothing. She has a character that has been the subject of numerous viral videos named Mika. Mika is just Icierra when she puts on a dinosaur mask. You'll notice this with a lot of Icierra's cosplay, that she usually only focuses on a mask or a head while wearing completely plain clothes for the rest of it. Fun fact about Icierra's fursona, Mika, is that she is non-verbal, not even making a peep. But Mika is the exception. Most of her other characters speak just fine, like her newest character, Stephanie, which is really just her version of the girl from Lazy Town. These were also the times that she talked about doing a Lazy Town reboot episode. I was beyond hyped for it, and it never dropped. Kinda like that new Blade movie they've been talking about for years. I mean, how do you screw up Blade? Blade Trinity tried really hard, and even they couldn't do it. But you all came to hear about Icierra, not the absolute state of Marvel. And personally, I find Icierra's fabricated universe far more entertaining than anything they have released recently, and that was before she unveiled her newest character. One day during a trip out, Sierra would visit a spirit Halloween and purchase the head of a fursuit. When she brought it home, she made a TikTok asking what people thought she should name the new character, eventually settling on Trover. This was a huge moment for Icierra because it was the first piece of legitimate fursuit technology community that she had acquired. I think now's a perfect time to remind people that Icierra is famous in the first place for her impromptu fursuits, if they could even be called that. One time she made a pair of pink and green ears from paper, which was the source of much ridicule amongst the furry community. Eventually someone made a pair of ears like this for themselves, leading Icierra to make her most infamous video ever.
Made of paper? Does this sound like paper to you? Does that sound like paper to you? No. Cardboard. Get it right. When I say my ears aren't for sale, I didn't mean just go and make your own ears. Guys, you're stealing my design. Stop it. Like, what is wrong with you? You cannot steal no one else's ears that they made. You're stealing my idea. And you can't do that. You can't just go around and do that. That's just not right. I made those ears with my own hands. My own 2 hands. And you think it's okay to steal them? No, it is not okay. What is wrong with you? I mean, if you want to make your own ears, use a different color. Not my colors. That's stealing. That's totally stealing. Stealing. You can't do that.
People knew that Icierra was capable of reactions like this, so no matter how good Trover looked, she was always going to get criticism. But it wasn't just the trolls. Icierra's other fursona, Mika, hated Trevor, I assume for stealing the light from her. And Mika kinda had a right to be worried, because Trover Tent was all that she was producing. A prime example being this massive Trover lore drop. It was revealed that Trover is the cousin of Mika, that he is male, bisexual, 29, loves making friends, helping others in need, singing, dancing, and enjoying life. In my last round of research, I found it extremely difficult to find Icierra content that wasn't pertaining to Robbie. She was utterly smitten by him. If I'm being honest, how could you not be? But enough about me being utterly smitten by Robbie Rotten. Let's talk about the IPs that Sierra replaced him with. Sierra found herself really enjoying Ori and the Will of the Wisp, as well as Fred. I don't know much about Ori, but I know lots about Fred, one of the most popular creators of his time. But this was a very long time ago, and you'll be hard-pressed to find a Fred fan today. Unless you're anywhere near Icierra, just like she had done with Robbie, she became obsessed with Fred Figglehorn. If you need any proof that Robbie had been replaced, look no further than Sierra talking about rebooting Fred, something which she promised us for Lazy Town.
Okay guys, I need your opinion on something real quick. So I've been watching Fred Figglehorn for years of my life. I was thinking, what if I created my own Fred character for Fred? Like I could be his cousin, aunt, anything, and have my own high voice a little bit pitched up, just like Fred. This is coming out of my perspective, but do you guys think this is a good idea? If I should make my own little Fred skits by being his cousin, whatever, or something like that? I think it'll be pretty fun. I think my fans would love the things I would do if I made my own Fred videos, except for I'm his cousin or whatever. Because like I said, I love Fred. I've been watching him for all my life, and I'm still watching him to this day. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think I should do.
I'll admit, at first, I wasn't quite so hyped about the Fred stuff. I thought that the Lazy Town revival would have been so much better, but she would actually end up developing her own Fred character, and give it a shot on TikTok a couple days later.
Hi, it's me, Stacy. You're probably wondering why I'm here. I am Fred's cousin. Yep, I'm his cousin. I haven't seen Fred in a long while. I only see him during the holidays and nothing new. Fred is like my all-time favorite cousin. He's awesome, he's funny, he has this high-pitched voice. I love the guy, honestly. Fred kept telling me about his girlfriend Judy. I mean, I understand that he likes her, but for some reason she is kind of annoying, and I don't blame her. I mean, like I said, I love Fred to death, I do. But Judy needs to not be part of his life. Like, for real. Judy is like such a jerk to him. I mean, Fred's being so nice to her, and yeah, she pushes him around and all this crap. I don't understand why is Judy being so mean. I mean, she doesn't deserve to be in his life. She doesn't deserve it. I mean, he cares about her, but she don't care about him. That's really messed up. Very messed up. I honestly want to tell Fred that he does not deserve Judy because all she's ever doing is pushing him around and all this crap. Like, it's so annoying to him, especially he has a good heart, and I can't stand to see Fred like that. But, yeah, every holiday, Fred comes over, he gives me a hug, he tells me how much he loves me and misses me.
This isn't the first time that Icierra has tried to sway fictional characters away from their partners. Whenever there is a fictional character that she likes, she'll try to talk crap on anyone that they're interested in, saying that they don't deserve the character, they're not treating the character right. It's so very obvious what Icierra is getting at by doing all this. The source of her obsession with celebrities and fictional characters is out of a romantic attraction to them. It's why she likes Stryker from Hell of a Boss. It's why she likes Steve Irwin. It's especially why she likes Robbie. She finds them all ravishing and dreams of starting a relationship with them, so she will pretend that they're real and make these long and complicated edits just to maintain that fantasy. She does the same kind of stuff for YouTuber Jacksepticeye, and around this time in the story she would begin to post about him more and more, eventually reaching Robbie levels of admiration from Icierra. Needless to say, there was a lot of drama going on in Icierra's fictional universe, but there was also a lot of drama going on in her real life. Her mother's health took a sharp turn for the worse, and Icierra would have to move into a place of her own because of it. But before she left her old place, she would give us a farewell video, and in the process of making this video, she gave us an impromptu room tour.
I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while, but I'm currently moving out of my trailer home, and I'm moving into an apartment for a month or two. It depends on how much I like it there. So as you can see, all my stuff is gone. Most of it, not all of it. I'm gonna bring some of this with me. I have trash bags with all my stuff in there right now. Don't mind the closet. I know it's a little cluttered. I might get some of that stuff out. Like I said, I'm not gonna get everything out, but this is just when I move in for a month. So, you know. Gonna be taking down my elephant posters. I'm bringing him with me because I love my elephants, as you guys know. I wanted to bring these with me, but in case you haven't noticed, I have really strong double-sided tape, and I tried to pull one off, and this happened. So, yeah. I'm just gonna leave these here. I'm running out of time, but I'm keeping you guys updated.
And this wasn't a gimmick in any way. Icierra would move out, getting her first apartment on her own. Despite the condition of her mom, she seemed to be doing very well, adjusting to her new life alone, and reinvigorate her passion for Robbie content. That's right, folks, since the end of Broken Friendship, Robbie would make his first appearance. But this time, he wasn't alone. He also had Jacksepticeye in the edits with him. Jack had taken the place of Icierra in these videos, and he looks like he's having a great time. But this wasn't the only content that she was creating. She had also acquired a pink wig similar to the one worn by the main character of Lazy Town, and would start cosplaying as her more and more, giving me a renewed sense of hope for that Lazy Town revival of Myth. But as usual, people were hypercritical of her cosplay, causing her to make a video explaining herself.
Hey guys, there's something I want to tell you about my Stephanie wig. So the wig I got was not really a Stephanie wig. I just bought a normal wig. It's called Side Swept Hard Boy. Not sure that's right or not, but I turned this wig into a Stephanie wig because I thought it would fit perfectly. This wig right here, this one. I tried putting it on, trying to look like it's in the picture, but it didn't turn out quite right, and the bangs were in my face the whole time. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna turn this wig into a Stephanie wig, cause you know, I ain't got no other choice. So I might as well do it. And that's what I did, and it turned out real great. I just gotta snip off a few edge pieces on the side, and then I'll be good. But other than that, it turned out really great. I love the wig. I love how I styled it, how I made the bangs look good. It's not perfect, but I tried, and I'm gonna make videos in it.
Icierra would continue with her Jacksepticeye and Robbie posting until she would receive some unfortunate news that her mother had passed away. Icierra's mom had been in poor health for quite some time, and Icierra was open about it, even releasing a statement about her mother after her passing.
Hi everyone. So I got news that my mom passed away last night, and she lived a good long life. I'm proud of her that she lived a good long life. Raising me and raising my sister. Life goes on. I'm gonna be proud for her and be brave for her as much as I can. She was a great mom. I loved her dearly. I love her so much. She loved to color a lot. Actually, I have her coloring books on my dresser. Wait, hang on. There's her coloring books, her glasses, the lighter. She smokes a lot too, so. I'm gonna have a necklace and a bracelet with her ashes in it, so I can have her with me every day. She was a good mom. The best mom ever.
From what I could gather, Icierra's mom passed due to complications from a stroke. I don't know much about her other than she loved to smoke and color. But despite what had happened, Icierra was finding comfort by watching Jacksepticeye and Lazy Town, and her content changed very little in the wake of what had happened. After the passing of her mom, Icierra would continue to post her regular content until an absolute bombshell was dropped. A series of messages was pinned to the top of Icierra's TikTok account from a person claiming to be her manager. This was someone who was actually close to Icierra, and they had discovered something extremely disturbing, that she had been having romantic conversations over Discord with minors. Update for the Icierra TikTok account from former account manager. Hi all, just wanted to come here and let you know that Icierra has been locked out of the account and will no longer have access to the TikTok due to recent allegations. A few people have reached out to me and given me reliable proof that Icierra has been interacting with minors despite having an 18 and up account. While we are still investigating these messages, it's 100% confirmed that she has interacted with minors in an inappropriate manner. All investigations regarding this situation will be handled privately. Screenshots will not be shared on here due to the sake of protecting those who have been affected by her. I have been asked to keep those screenshots private, and I will respect their wishes by continuing to deal with this situation privately. I am incredibly frustrated and disgusted with Icierra's actions and will no longer continue to let her use this account. She does not deserve this platform. If she does make another account on TikTok, it wasn't under anyone's supervision. Don't follow it. Please continue to exercise internet safety and always report anything that looks suspicious. Thank you for reading, former account manager. I would like to say personally that this account manager did the right thing. These allegations are extremely serious, and I think they were still investigating the depth of them. But this was the final post to the Icierra TikTok account, and she would disappear completely from social media for months. And this is where many assume that the story ended, that Icierra hasn't been seen since, but I've heard whispers of her returning to TikTok in the last couple of months, and that's exactly what she did. I was able to find 2 new accounts that I believe are heavily tied to Icierra. The first one is a little bit more speculative, but I found a TikTok account that contained 2 videos of her in her fursuits. These videos were filmed in the new apartment, and I was unable to find them on her main TikTok page, the one that was locked by her former account manager. But the one that I know for sure is her and new is absolutely wild. There's the usual Robbie posting, one where she made herself look like Alvin and the Chipmunks, but there are also extremely recent videos of her talking, responding to critical comments.
Hey guys, sorry about the messy hair. I just haven't brushed it today, but I'm gonna do it later, so don't worry. I'm gonna brush it later, don't worry. But the reason why I'm making this video right now is because whenever I go to live and I move a lot in my live streams, people see this on my elbow and people think it's dirt when it's actually psoriasis. If you don't know what psoriasis is, it's a chronic skin disorder where the skin grows more than just on your actual skin or whatever it is. It causes itchiness, soreness, and if you rub it on something like cloth, like your shirt or whatever, it can get caught. And I hate that so much, it's annoying me. And sadly, there's no cure for psoriasis, but it's a gene that runs in the family, and now I have it. My grandmother had psoriasis, and it's passed on to me for some reason. I don't know why it's me, but yeah, it just runs in the family. So yeah, this is just dried up skin, build up skin, so no need to worry.
All of this blows my mind. She's been back for months, even doing live streams, and I had no idea. But I want to say that I'm glad I waited this long to cover her, because just as I was about to wrap up this video, the most damning allegations against Icierra would be made. Once again, someone had seized control of her account and made a post that they had pinned. This post was from someone claiming to be a minor that Icierra had groomed. They said that this was not the first time she had done this, and they even had Discord messages as proof. The post is titled Icierra Exposed ×2, and the description reads, "I'm not done here. This is just a message I sent to the Icierra Discord that I owned. I'm going to release a video with all the evidence I've gathered over the years. I want my name to be known. I want to be heard for all my years of silence. I was forced to defend her and lie about so many things. I was easily influenceable child. Just happy to be talking to someone with fame, even happier that she wanted to be my best friend, and gave me affection I haven't received before. I don't care if people shame me for my previous actions. I am just happy. I will no longer be ignored for everything I've endured. Icierra, you took a part of me, and I'm going to take it back now." But that's just the description. Here's what the actual post says. "Hello, I am the victim of Icierra. She has been grooming me since I was 13 and counting. Icierra isn't just a lol cow. She's so much more than that. She's an animal abuser, a pedophile, and an entitled, spoiled brat who crashes out at anything that isn't revolved around her. Today is my birthday, and I'd hoped that the woman who had taken my innocence away for 3 to 4 years would at least be grateful for everything I have done for her. I created Icierra's entire brand after rightfully left. I own her email, TikTok, Discord, and any platform you see her on. She slut-shamed multiple minors, including my little sister, and manipulated her previous boyfriend, who was 16, when she was in her mid-20s. She has roleplayed with me multiple times and sent me not safe for work without warning nor permission. Regardless, she should not be talking to any minor that way." The next photo includes some Discord screenshots. A message from Icierra reads, "It's about this guy. Turns out he's 16, but I'm not like that, so I wanted to dump him without hurting him. And I told him we should wait till he's old enough." This person responds, "Mika, you're just proving the haters right." And she says, "No, I'm not." She says, "Just give her time. I know what I'm doing is wrong." When criticized further, she says, "I'm just going to be his friend." The person she's talking with says, "You need to stop talking to him for a while. A long, long while." And she says, "Listen, he wanted to be with me because I understand what he goes through. He struggles with a lot of things and hardly has friends." When pressed about his age, she responds, "My friend said I can date him when he's 17. She also says that she broke up with him after 5 days. These leaked Discord messages and the statement made by her alleged victim are damning. The victim says that they will release more information in the near future, and that this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is the second time that Icierra's account has been leaked by a manager of hers claiming she's had inappropriate conversations with minors. The second time, the very manager claimed to be one. It's all very disturbing, and it seems like real people have been affected by Icierra, and I feel great sympathy for what's happened to these people. There are a lot of other comments talking about similar situations that Icierra has been involved with that are less documented, so I can only imagine how long this has been going on and how deep it goes. What started out as just a simple Robbie Rotten stan turned into possibly one of the biggest predators that I have covered on this channel. The allegations against Icierra are deplorable, and it seems like the worst is yet to come. When more information releases, I will be sure to cover it, whether in a live stream, a video, or both. But even with the little information that we've been given, it's very safe to say that Icierra Green keeps getting worse.